responsibilities of self-government. Promotion of democracy in the greater Middle East is important. It's a priority of ours, and it will be a long and difficult road, but we're on the way. 3 years ago, the nation of Afghanistan was the primary training ground for al-Qaeda. You heard Laura talk about the movie, Osama See It. It'll help enrich the words I'm about to say. The Taliban were incredibly barbaric. It's hard for the American mind to understand barbaric. Watch the movie. Women were forbidden from appearing in public unescorted. That's barbaric. Women were prohibited from holding jobs. It's impossible for young girls to get an education. That's barbaric. It's not right. Today, the Taliban regime is gone, thank goodness. Girls are back in class. The amazing accomplishment, though, is that Afghanistan has a new constitution that guarantees full participation by women. The Constitution is a milestone in Afghanistan's history. It's really a milestone in world history when you think about it. All Afghan citizens, regardless of gender, now have equal rights before the law. The new lower house of parliament will guarantee places for women. Women voters in Afghanistan, as Laura said, are registering at a faster rate than men for the June election. What's new? Afghanistan still has challenges ahead, no doubt about it. But now the women of that country, instead of living in silence and fear, are part of the future of the country. They're part of a hopeful tomorrow. Iraq has a different history and yet a different set of challenges. Only 1 year ago, only 1 year after being liberated from an incredibly ruthless person and a ruthless regime, Iraqi women are playing an essential part in rebuilding the nation. They're part of the future of the country. Every woman in Iraq is better off because the rape rooms and torture chambers of Saddam Hussein are forever closed. He is a barbaric person. He violated people in such a brutal way that some never thought that the spirit of Iraq could arise again. We never felt that way here in this administration. We felt that people innately love freedom, and if given a chance, if given an opportunity, they will rise to the challenge. 3 women now serve on the Iraqi Governing Council. You just heard me praise one. The historic document that was written recently guarantees the basic rights of all Iraqis, men and women, including freedoms of worship, expression, and association. The document protects unions and political parties and outlaws discrimination based on gender, ethnic class, and religion. It's an amazing document that has been written. Iraqi women are already using their new political powers to guard against extremism and intolerance in any form, whether it be religious or secular. The women leaders of Afghanistan and Iraq have shown incredible courage. When you think about what life was like months ago for many women, the fact that they have risen up is a testament to their souls, their very being, their bravery. Some have paid for their new freedoms with their lives, but in so doing, their sons and daughters will be forever grateful. These leaders have sent a message throughout the Middle East and throughout the world. Every man and woman in every culture was born to live in freedom. The momentum of liberty is building in the Middle East. Let's think about what's taken place recently. 2002, Bahrain elected its own parliament for the first time in nearly 3 decades. Liberty is marching. Oman has extended the vote to all adult citizens. On Monday, its Sultan appointed the nation's first female cabinet minister. We're making progress on the road to freedom. Qatar has a new constitution. Yemen has a multi-party political system. Kuwait has a directly elected National Assembly. Jordan held historic elections last summer. Times are changing. America has taken the side of those reformers who are committed to democratic change. It is our calling to do so. It is our duty to do so. I propose doubling the budget for the National Endowment for Democracy to $80 million. We will focus its new work on bringing free elections and free markets and free speech and free labor unions to the Middle East. By radio and television, we're broadcasting the message of tolerance and truth in Arabic and Persian to tens of millions of people. And our Middle East Partnership Initiative supports economic and political and educational reform throughout the region. We're building women's centers in Afghanistan and Iraq that will offer job training and provide loans for small businesses and teach women about their rights as citizens and human beings. We're active. We're strong in the pursuit of freedom. We just don't talk a good game in America. We act. In Afghanistan, the U.S. Afghan Women's Council is developing projects to improve the education of women and to train the leaders of tomorrow. You heard Laura talk about her deep desire to help train women to become teachers, not only in the cities but in the rural parts of Afghanistan. We'll succeed. We'll follow through on that initiative. We're pursuing a forward strategy of freedom. That's how I like to describe it, a forward strategy of freedom in the Middle East. And I believe there's no doubt that if America stays the course and we call upon others to stay the course, liberty will arrive and the world will be better off. The momentum of freedom in the Middle East is beginning to benefit women. That's what's important for this conference. A free society is a society in which women will benefit. I want to remind you what King Mohammed of Morocco said when he proposed a series of laws to protect women and their families. It's a remarkable statement. He's put the stake in the ground for women's rights. He said, "How can society achieve progress while women, who represent half the nation, see their rights violated and suffer as a result of injustice and violence and marginalization, notwithstanding the dignity and justice granted to them by our glorious religion?" It's a strong statement of freedom. He's right. America stands with His Majesty and others who share that basic belief. The future of Muslim nations will be better off for all with the full participation of women. These are extraordinary times. It's historic times. We've seen the fall of brutal tyrants. We're seeing the rise of democracy in the Middle East. We're seeing women take their rightful place in societies that were once incredibly oppressive and closed. We're seeing the power and appeal of liberty in every single culture. And we're proud once again, this nation is proud, to advance the cause of human rights and human freedom. I want to thank you all for serving the cause. The cause is just, the cause is right, and the cause is good. May God bless.